In the small river town of Willow Creek, Ohio, there lived a widow named Eloise Bennett, 79 years old, with silver hair that curled like soft clouds and a face mapped with gentle lines. Her knees ached in the mornings, and the house creaked when the wind pushed off the water. But Eloise's eyes, clear and blue, were steady lamps of kindness. People loved her because she stayed warm and hopeful through every hard season. She lived alone in a white clapboard cottage beneath a sprawling maple, its leaves blazing red each fall. She had no children, and her husband Tom had passed away a decade ago. Still, Eloise did not complain. Most afternoons, she sat on her front porch with a glass of sweet tea, greeting neighbors, listening more than she spoke, and always smiling. Willow Creek worked hard. Folks hauled lumber, stocked shelves at the hardware store, ran food trucks at the Saturday market, or drove long shifts for the logistics hub off I-71. Some years the river flooded. Some winters froze pipes. Jobs came and went. Worry did its slow work on people's shoulders. One gray morning, Jenna Morales, a 28-year-old mother with tired eyes and a brave chin, climbed Eloise's porch steps. She clutched an envelope empty, and the weight of it seemed to drain the color from her face. "I don't know what to do," Jenna said, voice breaking. "My husband Marco went to Cleveland to find work. Weeks now. No paycheck. The rent's due. The kids are hungry. I'm scared." Eloise patted the swing. "Sit with me, honey," she said softly. "Tell me when you look forward. What do you imagine will happen?" Jenna twisted the envelope. "Bad things. What if Marco can't find anything? What if he forgets us?" Her voice thinned to a whisper. Eloise shook her head gently and smiled, not with denial, but with warmth that made the air feel safer. When we feed fearful thoughts, fear grows. When we feed hopeful thoughts, hope grows, and sometimes good finds us faster. Jenna swallowed. "How do I think good thoughts when everything feels so wrong?" Eloise leaned back, the porch swing creaking. "Let me tell you a story." She told of a drifter who sat by the Muskingum River with nothing but a threadbare coat and a heart worn thin. An elderly woman stopped, asked why he cried. "Because I have nothing," he said. She glanced at the river, the sycamores, the wide-open Ohio sky. "You still have eyes to see beauty," she said. "You have today to take one honest step. Count what's left, not just what's lost. Gratitude clears a path." The man listened. He began by sweeping a shop floor for a hot meal, then a day's pay, then a steady job. His life didn't change by magic, Eloise said. It changed because his thinking changed, and then his choices followed. Jenna looked down. "Can my thinking really change my life?" "Yes," Eloise said. "Wake up and tell yourself, today can be good, and I will do my part. You'll find the strength to work, to care for your children, and to wait for Marco with hope, not dread." Fear paralyzes. Hope mobilizes. Jenna nodded, the first hint of color returning to her cheeks. "I'll try." "That's the first brave step," Eloise said. "Also let people love you. Stop by the community center. Pastor Lee runs a pantry on Tuesdays. Ask Mrs. Patel at the market about the morning shift. Hope thinks, what can I do today? And then do it." Jenna left with a lighter heart. The next day, she set her alarm early, whispered, "Today can be good," and got the kids dressed. She applied at the market, cleaned a neighbor's porch for cash, and picked up a few hours at the laundromat. Each night, she wrote 3 small gratitudes in a dollar store notebook: hot mac and cheese, Ethan's laugh, Mrs. Patel's extra oranges. The problems didn't vanish, but Jenna felt stronger than them. 2 weeks later, a letter arrived. The paper soft from travel. Marco had landed a warehouse job. Not glamorous, but honest and steady, and his first paycheck was on the way. He wrote, "I'm sorry for the silence. I've been trying." "Hold on, I'm coming home soon." Jenna stood on the porch again, this time with tears of relief. "He found work," she told Eloise, her smile breaking open like sunlight after rain. "Money's coming. We're going to be okay." Eloise squeezed her hand. "See, love? Hope doesn't guarantee ease, but it opens doors our fear would have never been knocked on. Problems will come. We meet them with a hopeful heart and a simple plan. Think clearly, act kindly, keep going." Word spread through Willow Creek about the widow on Maple Street, who listened without rushing and handed out courage like warm bread. A teenager came, angry about a failed exam. A carpenter arrived, worried the orders had dried up. A nurse's aide confessed she felt invisible. Eloise's advice was never fancy. Name 3 things you're grateful for. Loud. Ask for help. That's strength, not weakness. Take one small step before noon. Send the email. Fill out the application and go for a walk. And every morning, tell yourself the truth. Today can be good if I show up. People began to notice that small hope births steady courage. The carpenter took weekend gigs and bridged the slow months. The teenager retook the test and passed. The aide asked for better hours and got them. The town didn't become perfect, but it felt brighter, as if someone had drawn the curtains back.